Hello there, my name is Stallone Obrimi Samuel, and I'm here again on the Moonacade show. This time around, we will be talking about the metaverse. Remember, this is the moon chat. And by the way, if you what I'd like you to do right now is, make sure that for you to get more of these contents that we will be putting out, I and my friends and a couple other people in the Moonacade community, that you hit the subscribe button down there, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell, all right, so that you will get content that we put out there, educational content that we put out there for your benefit, all right? So here's the thing, and I'd also like you, we want to grow this channel, so would like you to like and also share, and also make sure that you comment on the videos and the content that we put out there and see what benefits you've gotten and subjects that you'd like us to talk about. So here's the thing. Today we want to talk about the metaverse. Yes, everybody keeps talking about the metaverse. The metaverse, it's like the in thing right now. Games, metaverse, and all of that. So today I've decided to say, okay, you know what? Let's take a look at what exactly is the metaverse. All right. Now, the metaverse, and then apart from that, we're also going to take a look at how can we benefit, what are the economic advantages of the metaverse, and what are the pros and cons of the metaverse that many people actually do not talk about. We live in a world where people are always talking about the pros, but nobody talks about the cons. Nobody talks about the downside, the south side. All right. Metaverse is by the way, there are a myriad of definitions, okay, as to what the metaverse is, okay. But I just share a couple of them with you. Remember that we are not financial advisors. We are just educators and entertainers. So, but the information that we give out is so valuable that it can actually help you to retire earlier, help you to retire wealthier and even healthier. Okay, because our focus is to bring financial literacy, especially in the digital finance realm, so that people can become smarter in their decisions. And those decisions, when taken appropriately and in good time, would help them to retire earlier, retire wealthier and retire healthier. So do not take any of the things that we share here as any form of financial advice. We're not licensed to give you financial advice. And by the way, make sure that you do your due diligence before you take actions. So like I said, we can say that the metaverse is a combination of, two words, as it were, meta, meaning beyond, and the universe. And it's like also saying metaphysical, beyond the physical. It has today gone above mere romantic appeal. The metaverse has to do with a highly interactive virtual world where land, personalized avatars, and even buildings can be traded, often using cryptocurrencies. Now, in the metaverse, virtual environments, the metaverse is it's more of a virtual environment. And in that case, people in such places, people can explore various places, make friendships, build virtual assets, and purchase foods, and purchase I said food, purchase, you know, I almost was going to say anything, right? But purchase anything, goods and services, and actually kind of even attend virtual events. Now, there are various other definitions as to what the metaverse is, and I like to share them with you, all right? And, just show you, educate you as to what the metaverse is and how you can take advantage of the metaverse. All right, so I did some search and take a look at this here. I'm sure you can see my screen, what I'm sharing with you right now. Now you see this is the nation online, okay? It says just people have various definitions as to what the metaverse is, all right? I like to see this here. It says every company operating in the thriving digital world, such as Facebook, wants to own their own metaverse or their own combination of virtual reality and other technologies that make our lives easier. in numerous aspects. So understand this makes our lives easier. But before that, if you take a look at it, look at this here, it says, in the simplest terms, the metaverse is a powerful combination of many different technologies, okay? Many different technologies, okay? Technology elements were the most prominent: video, augmented reality, and virtual reality. Like I said, different people have different, there are different definitions as to what the metaverse is. But really, this is just to educate you and also to let you understand that if you have been taking this for granted, don't take it for granted. And then if it's kind of confusing, it's just another universe, so to speak, another, beyond what we see physically, but it's more virtual. It's more about videos, it's about 3D, animation and all of that. Now we have key big companies, giant companies going into that are investing heavily in the metaverse. With Microsoft and Facebook's claim of metaverse changing our lives for the better, the metaverse is one of the hottest topics today. Yes, I agree totally. While Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg popularized the term, the truth is it was actually coined back in 1992 by Neil Stephenson, according to this article. And in his Snow Cash novel, Neil Stephenson detailed different lifelike avatars in various virtual reality environments. And since Snow Cash's release in 1992, different technological developments over the years led to the creation of the very first real life metaverse. Let's go to, now this is not what I want to show you, right? Okay, let's go to, okay, before this, okay, now I want to show you. Okay, I decided to check this out. What's the metaverse? According to Wikipedia, the metaverse is, okay, it's a hypnotized iteration of the internet, supporting persistent online 3D virtual environments through conventional personal computing, as well as virtual and augmented reality. Okay, now you have to use headsets and maybe some glasses, and today there are limited, that you have the metaverses, according to this article, in some limited form, and they're already present on platforms like VR chat or video games like Second Life. So I decided to check out Second Life, okay? And what is Second Life, okay? And this is what I got. Second Life is an application that allows people to create an avatar for themselves and have a second life in an online virtual world. So like me, Stallone, I could create an avatar and have me in a virtual world, and that me in the virtual world will do the things that I want me there to do, okay? And this was developed and owned by the San Francisco-based firm Linden Lab and launched on June 23, 2003. And it saw rapid growth for some years, and in 2013, it had approximately 1 million regular users. Then I had to, just for purposes of pictorial demonstration, take a look at this. I had to come here to, sorry, let me take this off the way. Okay, so let's look at what it is like. So take a look at the picture, all right? Okay, this is actually, this kind of actually old. So the bottom line is that I think it's coming to light that it's not like when we talk about the metaverse that it just started today. Already people have been talking about it. Films have been made, already people have seen this years, decades back, and it's just coming to fruition now. It's just getting popularized now. So it's not just something that is a flash in a pan. I don't think so. All right, so take a look at this. Okay, so this is some virtual world, right? Okay, so I hope this gives you an idea of what we mean when we talk about the metaverse. Okay, remember I said I was going to share a couple of other things with you. Listen, the metaverse has been there for a while. The concept, the metaverse concept, has gripped popular imagination right now, and particularly during the recent pandemic, as the lockdown forced people to think of measures, man, getting locked down for hours and days and months, So it forced people to begin to think of remote working policies, and this compelled more people to explore online virtual worlds for both businesses and entertainment. So it's kind of blew out that concept of the metaverse that has always been there. Now, how does the metaverse work? All right. How does the metaverse work? Now, let me show you stuff. Now, hang on. Let me show you something. So like I was saying, right now, the metaverse has been there for a while, like I said. Now, how does it work? Now, since time immemorial, humans have developed various technology to drive interactive communication by kind of tricking our senses, from television, audio speakers, to the recent technological development like interactive video games, virtual reality, that's VR, and augmented reality, that's AR, that have actually, it's all about playing with our senses, but sometimes creating more insight, more excitement, making us, experience something beyond just the physical, okay? And the truth of the matter is that these things appear to have served us well because we're excited. We want to, you go to the movies, you want to see 3D movies and all of that. And today we have highly advanced technologies that have developed and they have actually succeeded in tricking our senses, sense of smell, our sense of touch, our feelings, everything. All right. So it's important to understand that the metaverse is huge, really. It is huge, and it is something that we need to really take seriously. Now, how has this affected us in different ways? How has it affected us? I was talking about how it works. I want to also say that the metaverse is also an experiment to find ways to solve various societal problems and to enhance the productivity of the enterprises by blending smartphones, 5G networks, AR, VR, cryptocurrencies, and social media platforms. In addition, it will be fair to say, I think I'd love to add that the metaverse concept might organize our societies very well, or could even trigger new political and cultural shifts. And it could also help people to interact, collaborate, and to bring down duplication of assets and skills. So there is so much that we probably haven't seen yet that the metaverse and the technologies behind the metaverse could bring to our world. Now, in the real world, we can have our universe and other universes, if you like, parallel or not, and we can all put this all together like a multiverse, if you like. But when it comes to virtual reality, we can consider different universes created by specific apps. People, companies, organizations could create their own metaverses, and we would also have games or simulations, and the whole thing can be put together. We could still fall within that frame of a metaverse. What we actually see now is just the beginning, but the metaverse is meant to be more than a multitude of games. It is the combination of virtual reality, augmented reality, and physical reality. So in other words, the metaverse is something beyond the universe. Remember, meta, it's a Greek word meaning beyond. I said that earlier, right? Didn't I? So what's the bright side of the metaverse? Well, one of the greatest things about the metaverse is that it will allow people to experience an endless virtual world where they can do things that they only could dream about in the physical world, but in this case, they'll be using an avatar. The metaverse can have the following positive sides, okay? It could bring people together, it could create lots of fun, okay? And it could offer some mysterious aura of alien worlds. It could also make everything more enjoyable and more interesting, and improve work at home and even homeschooling. So the metaverse could actually bring some real good and positive effect and benefits to us. But let's just watch and see how everything actually pans out, right? Let's watch and see how everything pans out. So by the way, before I go on, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that you will get more information as we bring this information and education entertainment to you on this space, the Moon Chat, powered by Moonacade. Okay. Now, for some people, whenever you talk about a blockchain, when you talk about cryptocurrency, they think that it's something that is too difficult, or it's something that is non-existent. It's not something that applies to the real world. So there's something I also did some search, and I want to show you, okay, to say, how can, we've been talking about the metaverse today, how can the metaverse actually affect businesses, or what are the pros? I mentioned a couple of pros, okay, that metaverse can bring to the table. Now, take a look at this, right? Take a look at this. According to programminginsider.com, that one of the benefits that consumers can test products before purchasing them. Now, one of the most talked about advantages of metaverse is that it will allow customers to experience products at a brick and mortar outlet without leaving their room with the help of the headset. It gives medical professionals powerful insight on patients. We all know how advanced medical technology has become, but even after that, they are unable to test their medicine and surgical equipment to the fullest. Well, we're yet to know to what extent the metaverse can help in this case. Well, another thing is that it makes gaming more real. One of the industries that hardly slowed down in the pandemic situation is the gaming industry. Now, when the other industries were limping due to cut in finances, gaming became even more popular during the quarantine. So to escape from loneliness, people started investing their time gaming. So for gamers, it's going to make gaming even more real. It also allows you to visit other countries without leaving your room. Well, we're in for a whole lot of excitement. The tourist industry, so that means it's also going to contribute to the tourist industry, right? I think so. The tourist industry has exploded in a post-pandemic situation, not only visiting in real life, but people have also started visiting places all around the world using VR headsets. Today, people prefer to visit places using metaverse technology first before investing in costly air and hotel packages. So when we talk about the cryptocurrency space, we talk about the blockchain space, and the companies that run on this space, they are real companies solving real problems. Of course, that's part of what we do at that's part of what we do at Moonacade, to point you to areas, to companies and projects, tech projects that you can invest in. And as the value, because of the value or the solutions that these companies bring to the table, the value of the companies grow, and by extension, the tokens that you've purchased also grow, and that way your investment grows. And in this case, you don't have to give your money to anyone. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a technological expert. You see what I'm doing? I'm not a techie. I'm not an expert. I don't think I'm that smart, all right? But I love guidance and mentorship and coaching, and that's what Moonacade gives to you. So we have lots of things within the metaverse that you can actually invest in, but you may not be able to do the fundamental analysis, the technical analysis, and do even all the various analysis that are involved in helping you to make the right decision. But that's what we help you to do at Moonacade. Okay, so I'd like to say that somewhere in this video, there might be a description leading you to how you can actually get into the tonoit community, where you would meet the Moonacade analysts, all right, and coaches and mentors that would help you to invest. What every smart investor does is find out areas that people are not very much aware of yet. Go in and invest there in the unknown before people get to know it. That's when you profit. Remember, as an investor, as a businessman or woman, you do not make money when you sell. You actually make money when you buy, when at the point of buying. Because if you buy something at a ridiculously discounted amount, it doesn't matter how much you sell it, because you're already in profit. So why wait until everybody gets to know about it before you decide to take action, right? If you understand what I mean. So what we help you to do here is to ensure that you get in early enough, okay, from the floor, and it takes you up to the moon. You understand? Okay, so this is real. So I mean, I'm going to encourage you to find a way, or if someone actually directed you to view this video, okay, you might go back to the person and say, you know what, I want to know, I want to get into that community where I get details as to how I can invest in tokens and projects that are built around the metaverse, because I see that it's actually growing, it's exponentially, it's booming exponentially, and I want to be there to take my cut. So you see, like I was saying earlier, all right, most metaverse platforms run on blockchain technology, which is a decentralized database that's shared across a network of computers. Okay, and you have, if you are been in this space for a while, you understand what we mean by NFTs, non-fungible tokens. There are new virtual assets representing digital items such as images, videos, or in-game property owned by users registered on the blockchain. And it allows NFTs to be collected and traded as digital assets with an intrinsic value. And all of these things actually come to play within this space. But there are risks associated with the metaverse. Now, while the metaverse, according to IT Business Edge, while the metaverse offers a wide range of business opportunities in the post-pandemic world, the same old cybersecurity risks accompany, so you have to be careful. Remember, we are not financial advisors. We are just educators and entertainers, but we point you to places where you can make decisions that can exponentially turn your finances around positively. Well, but you have to do your own due diligence, do your own research before you make any decision. Just as there are enormous advantages, there are also enormous risks. Now, the metaverse is a technology still in its nascent stage, but however, listen, don't wait until it's full blown. That's why you have to, I think you probably need to consider getting into it right now. Yes, there are unpredictabilities here and that, but trust me, it is growing really fast and it is hitting it's getting to its maturity stage. At some point, of course, it will. So do you want to wait until it gets there, or do you want to take action right now? If you're confused and feel this is just too much, don't worry. Moonacade is there to help you, all right? Moonacade is there. So you either find the description link down there, how you can become a Moonacader, or you can talk to whoever invited you to see this video, or who sent this video to you, say, hey, you know what, how can I take advantage of this? Don't go into this blindly. But there are also the ugly sides that many times people may not tell you about, okay? It is, it's more, it's a perspective, it's a perspective thing when it comes to technology. All right, remember, technology in many cases catches people's attentions. And one other thing is that it can be really, really distracting. Of course, even our smartphones today can be really distracting if you don't have the discipline. So the metaverse is like a whole different level ball game, all right? And it can distract, I believe so, I think so, it can distract and actually take you away from the real world completely. So, and some people that lack discipline might become really addicted to the metaverse eventually. And remember that our children, many of us, our children will grow to meet the metaverse and may not even meet the world as we have it right now. Okay. So all these are things that you need to put in the balance. We talk about the positives where people rarely talk about the downsides. Okay. People will probably become addicted, okay, to the games and everything on the metaverse, and it will probably, yeah, make you lose track of time. Okay, it's like if you're addicted to gaming, it could make you lose track of time, and probably would even separate you from the real world, from nature, and might make you antisocial. I think so. My opinion, I'm not putting it on anyone, but you can do your own research. How can the metaverse affect me adversely? Okay, so this is a wake-up call. Don't just take the positives. Okay, it can also overstimulate your senses, I think. So you have to put some form of balance as we move on to a whole different world. You understand what I mean? But there are also economic advantages. I mentioned some of them before now. And one thing is certain, the the buyer mentality, how buyers or purchasers or customers think about goods and services will definitely change with the advent of the metaverse. The metaverse is also expected to have a strong connection with the real world economy and eventually become an extension of it. In other words, the metaverse must have the ability for companies and individuals to to participate actively in the same way that they do today offline. And it means, or even on the internet, but even before we're going deep into the metaverse. It means that companies will be able um, to build, trade, and invest in products, goods, and services. So one way to think of this process is how the app stores today encourage businesses to digitize the operations so that customers could experience or even pay for their products and services from any location. So it's going to be a whole crazy stuff, right? But I hope you're ready for this world. And that's why we're there as educators and entertainers in the Moonacade, okay? And we bring you this information so that you'll be able to make decisions. But if you want really, what are the assets that I can buy within the metaverse space that can make me 5x, 10x, that can make me 10, that can make me 100%, 20, 200%, 300%. I think our analysts and our coaches can help you do that, okay? They can educate you, but you have to make your own decisions because we're not advisors. Don't go in, don't sit by the side and say, well, I don't want to go into this, because someday your children will probably ask you, hey, did you know when the metaverse and the conversations about the metaverse were going popular? Yeah, did you take action? No, why? You probably would have some explanations to give. So we're here to help you to make smart decisions, smart business decisions, educate you, okay? Because the economic advantage of the metaverse is enormous. It's going to have a lot of virtual reality going on, and people will be able to have, create whatever they want in whatever way, whatever they imagine. Okay, so I could tell you for free that the metaverse is the next big thing that is here already. Okay, it's come to the internet with virtual reality, and people can create whatever they want, whatever they imagine. Okay, you can build amazing worlds, amazing stuff, create immense experience with other people around the world. And the virtual reality will give people an opportunity to experiment things and that they probably would never get a chance to experiment in life. So I want to say that it is something that you need to go into. Every one of us need to probably learn, have an understanding, okay? And there are, of course, questions about privacy, yeah, regarding the metaverse, whether it will be inclusive and how to mitigate harmful content and environments that could be created. Well, the metaverse is in its early phase of development. There's an opportunity now to build in these attributes, to understand how this works and to get the best out of it, okay? Economically, as a business person and even as an investor, okay? Well, the introduction of the metaverse sounds promising, which is why many of the world's leading technology companies are investing in its development. And it has come to stay, I think so. So listen, my name is Talon Obremi Samuel, like I said earlier, all right? So this is the moon chart. This is the moon chart, okay? Powered by Moonacade of the tonoit community, all right? So I'd really advise you to do some more research about the metaverse and see how you can benefit from this, especially from the economic standpoint. Listen, friends, we've called a number of tokens, we've called a number of projects, okay, around Sandbox, around Mana, around several other Axie Infinity. We've called, people have really benefited from these projects because we called them, and this community at the point that people actually took advantage. And of course, we're looking at it from the economic point of view. We educate you so that you can retire earlier, wealthier, and healthier. All right. And so if you want to gain access to more of this these projects within the metaverse space, okay, that you can grow your finances, okay, be educated so that you can make smart financial decisions. It's more like buying shares and tokens, like buying shares in traditional companies. So you understand where there's a lot that's happening even tomorrow, the day after, by the 27th of December, okay, regarding several projects and companies within the metaverse space. You want to know about them? Then take a look at them, click on the link below in the description, or maybe get across to the Moonacade community. Okay, you can drop a comment, to get back to you, or get back to whoever invited you to see this video and say, hey, how can I get access to these assets, or to these projects that are reliable, that I think that are going to make a whole lot of difference in my finances? 5x, 10x. Like when I say 10x, I mean 1,000%. 5x, I mean 500%. This is not a joke, right? We have testimonials everywhere. Okay, thank you very much again. I do hope that you actually enjoy this information. You will share it with your friends to educate them about the metaverse. Information about the metaverse is just way, so much out there. But I hope I've been able to raise, pique your excitement, and so that you go and do some more due diligence. And if you want some guidance and coaching and mentorship and, handheld help, then we're here to help you so that you can benefit more from the metaverse, from the digital finance space, from the cryptocurrency space, without hurting anyone, without giving your money to anyone, without getting into any complication. And you'll be able to take out your money at any time that you want, all right, without any hassles. And nobody's taking your money from you. You have total control, and you make all the profit and you keep all the profit. But beyond that, you get immensely educated. So click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, share, like this video, put your comments down, what you like, what you don't like about this video, and so that we will keep improving as we keep serving you. Bye for now. Until I come your way again, my name is Talone Obremi Samuel. Bye for now.